about roller balls. Now, you may see rollerball recipes everywhere. You may know a lot of people that carry a bunch of roller balls in their purse, and you may wonder what that's all about. Well, roller balls are not only convenient for on the go, for travel, all that kind of stuff, but they're also the best possible way to make sure that you've got a certain percentage of oil to carry your oil, so you've got the right dilution for exactly the person that is intended on to wear the oil. And this is very important because this isn't just dropping oil into a diffuser where if you add a few extra drops it's just going to smell a little strong. This is going on your skin, which then means it's going to be absorbed in the skin, which means it's going in your body. So not only does it need to be really high quality oil, certified pure, therapeutic grade, third party tested doTERRA essential oil, but you also need to make sure it's at an acceptable percentage that's not going to actually injure the person you're trying to put it on. Now, adults can go as high as, say, 20% for a really urgent thing, like if you're trying to get rid of a migraine or if you've got really bad cramps. For the most part, you want to be around 5 to maybe 10%, 5% more likely. Down to 2% is also an acceptable thing for adults for everyday use. That'll also get you down into like the teenage years and like kind of retirement years for adults. 1% would be for younger children and then much older people. And then you can go down to like 0.5% for newborns and whatnot. Also, pregnant women need to have a reduced dilution as well, just in case. And so when you know the right percentage that you want, you can really control it by putting it in a closed container system like this so that every time you use it, you know exactly what percentage it is and there's no worries. There's also no mess with trying to do a few drops and then adding a handful of fractionated coconut oil and then trying to rub it on a spot and try driving a car after that. That's just crazy. So rollerballs is really where it's at, and that's why. That's why everyone's got them. So before I show you exactly how to do a rollerball, let's get our supplies in order, and then you can pause this video and replay it as soon as your supplies arrive, okay? If you haven't placed your doTERRA order yet, go ahead and do so. I know it takes a little while for FedEx to get to you. While you're doing that, you can get your doTERRA fractionated coconut oil. If you have already placed your doTERRA order, and it's going to be another month until you place your next loyalty order, and if you're going on Amazon, these roller bottles are all over the place on Amazon. The only thing I must say is that you have to make sure that you've got a, sorry about this, a stainless steel ball. That needs to be stainless steel, not metal, not plastic, stainless steel, okay? They come in different sizes. This is 10 milliliters, that's pretty standard. 3 milliliters if you like putting this like in your back pocket. 1 milliliter if you like little samples or just the cuteness of it all. If you notice, these are all blue cobalt glass, and the reason why I like blue cobalt glass is because citrus oils tend to break down whenever there's UV rays that go through there. Even though we try and keep these in drawers and purses and containers, still you don't want your citrus to break down. And citrus is in every single recipe, or at least it should be. So that's why I like blue cobalt glass. Amber glass is okay. There's fancy colored glass. All right, just don't get the clear translucent glass. That's just not cool, okay? So, also, while you're waiting on all the supplies to come, you can get your labels going on. I'm a crazy label woman, and I like making my own labels so that not only do I get to put the name of the blend and everything, but where to put the blend. Everyone keeps thinking that you just put everything right here on your wrist, and that's not true. A lot of these blends are meant to go on the bottoms of your feet, or on the back of your neck, or on your temples, or along the back of your spine, or just wherever, you know. So where you're supposed to be placing this stuff is very important. And I like to be able to have it there because I can't remember all these different blends and exactly where everything's supposed to go. So if you put it on here, you remember. If you're one of my clients and you need a couple sheets of different things like that, just let me know. I'll be able to hook you up, okay? So I'm I'm assuming by this point you've got your supplies, you've ordered them, they've arrived, and now it's time to make a roller ball. So we're going to make a Motivate roller ball today. This is part of the emotional aromatherapy series. It's got citrus in there, it's got mint in there. It is very motivating. So 5% is what we talked about. If you do the math, there are 20 drops in a milliliter, which means that in a 10 milliliter roller ball, there would be 200 drops. 5% of that, which is our target percentage, would be 10 drops, which works out to be really nice mentally to remember. That means 1 drop per milliliter. 10 drops of this, 10 milliliter bottle. So whatever size. So if this is 3 milliliters, 3 drops of oil and the rest carrier oil. This is 1 milliliter, 1 drop of oil. So it works out nice to remember, okay? So we're going to be doing 10 drops. I need these to make sure I actually hit inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it is. Always put the lid back on so it doesn't spill over. That's happened many times. All right, fractionated coconut oil. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pumps usually does it. Now you want to be filling up to right here. You want to leave all this space up here open, not only for the roller ball contraption thingy, but also so there's a little bit of air so that when you shake it up, it actually shakes up well. Okay, so you want the top of your meniscus, you want to be all sciencey, to be right there at that corner of the glass. Okay? Then when you do this, when you apply it on, make sure you're grabbing this from the sides. There, that's a better picture. From the sides, and then push it down from the sides. You never want to push it in from the top. The reason being is because you're going to be destroying the position of that bed that this roller ball's in. And you want to be able to use this over and over again. You want to be able to pop this back out, refill this thing as many times as you possibly can before this eventually wears out. Okay? So push it in from the sides, just like that. Kind of twist a little bit to make sure it's in there. And we are good to go. And we've left enough space so that we can shake it up, which is real nice. And then we just put our label on there. And again, if you're one of my customers and need some labels, just holler. I'll hook you up somehow. If you've got a laser printer, that's helpful. If you don't have a laser printer, find somebody who does. Okay, so we're all set. A 2-inch by 2-inch label is what I usually do things on. It leaves a little bit of space here so you can see your level and you can see what's going on. And if you like putting a little thing on top, if you store them vertically, excuse me, doTERRA sells all these little things on their website for like 50 cents, $1, something like that. So there we go. We've got our Motivate sticker on. We've got everything else. And we are good to go. All right? I hope you guys enjoyed learning about all this. I'm going to have a chart about the different levels of dilution so that you guys can all do it safely, so that if you've got small children or very elderly adults, that you're all being safe about it. The worst thing you can do is have too much, and bad things can happen. You can always add more to these things, but you can't take it out. If you see any rollerball recipes around that call for like more than 20 drops for a rollerball, for a 10 milliliter thing, discount it. Either they don't know what they're talking about, or it's for a really urgent situation, or it's meant for an essential oil that's nowhere near as concentrated as doTERRA. Okay? I don't want anyone going to the hospital just because they're enjoying their essential oil. That's just not cool. All right? Let's all be safe. Let's all save money. And let's all have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye, everyone.